Hi everybody, we back here with another video, and today we finally talking about a Misfits event a bit before fight week, so I can actually get the video out. Cause last time I didn't even get the video out, I still got it recorded. I got like 2 recorded that I don't think I uploaded. I might do a funny moments or something like that, talking about like the funniest posts and like clip them out and still upload that. But we're finally talking about an event that's coming out and releasing it before the event happens. It's a bit early, so if a fight gets canceled, I'll just talk about it on Twitter. So to be fair, to start off the count, we have Leah Gotti versus Amber Fields. So from the research I gathered is that Amber Fields is a ring girl from like MVP or something like that. So that's kind of interesting. The last ring girl was kind of, she's kind of bad though, but like at the same time, she had one of the most boring female fights. Hopefully this girl can make it interesting. She's fighting somebody named Leah Gotti. Now Leah Gotti, I didn't know who she was, but I did my research and I seen her taking on dudes. So I was like, she might have that dog in her, similar to like After Wedding, like Elle Book. I feel like Leah Gotti finna probably be one of those mainstream female influencer boxers. Maybe getting talked about on like Ariel Helwani interview, something like that in the future. Never know. She has got some potential in her. She got some other stuff in her, and she might have that dog in her too. We're gonna see what happens. I have picked Amber Fields, just I don't know who they are. I didn't see that much promotion, but I picked the cuter one.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
Then we got OJ Rose taking on Samuel Ericsson. Now, he said that this Bruce Lee, the last guy was Goku, and the last dude before that was KSI. So, OJ Rosa is taking on basically the multiverses at this point. Ericsson. I can't tell. I put Samuel and Ericsson together. No homo. But, he was from Karate Combat, which, if you're not aware, that's what Most Wanted and Ben Davis fought on, which Ben Davis beat Most Wanted. But now they got one of the Karate Combat fighters coming over the Misfits boxing and fighting one of their people, OJ. OJ is kind of like the introduction to Misfits. If you can beat him, you do pretty well. If you can't beat him, we might not see you ever fight again. Whatever happened to Colin Izzo and Baby Slice, did they just despawn? I don't know, but there's some magician type magic going around, and I think OJ Rose got something to do with it. Don't mind me talking, but I haven't really talked since I woke up. My mom left me and my grandma's sleeping, so I'm just sitting here on OnlyFans. So don't mind my bad English right now. Then we got Yeti Gang versus Argentinian King. I like Argentinian King, honestly. The way he fights gives me a vibe of like a professional boxer kinda. The way that he like holds himself and throws punches and stuff like that. I know he said he did amateurs about 7 years ago. I think when he was underage or something, he took a break. So him coming into this was like stepping back into the boxing ring for big rewards. He's doing this so he could try to get a fight with Dean the Great. He thinks he's the sexiest motherfucker on Misfits. He might be one of the sexiest lightweights, but like you gotta be careful when it comes to like heavyweight. Got South Poppy and King Kenny, but them dudes there are different breeds. No homo. But with this fight, I'm gonna have to go with Yeti Gang and OJ. They both homeboys. They both be supporting each other heavily. We seen the most emotion out of OJ when Yeti got his win against Lord Cray Cray. I'm picking both of them. I think both of them is gonna win this upcoming fights coming up, and I think they're gonna do it pretty precisely. I think they're gonna get stuff done low key. Argentinian is good. He was able to win up against a confusing fighter and what's his name again? Poliarev. With him, he's confusing, rangy, tricky. Beating him on your comeback fight is pretty impressive. Argentinian said he was wounded a bit prior. He had like more pullouts than foreign styles. So like at the same time, seeing him win this fight would be cool. But I'm going with Yeti. He's becoming one of my favorite people in the entire weight class. He's becoming one of my favorite black people in influencer boxing.
I'm not black, I'm mixed. Alright, I'm black and black as hell.
He ended up being Lil Cray Cray, man, a little helpless, and Lil Cray Cray was like the dude that I said would win this tourney. So I think Yeti game winning the tourney now, bro. I think he's gonna beat Argentinian and Joey. Joey got a lot of mysteries, bro. Yeti gang got mysteries, but he also got like different like. He just got different vision, bro. He could see two things coming at one time. A lot of people ain't got that, bro. A lot of people see one thing coming and they don't see the other thing coming. This man could see two different visions. He got cameras set up to his head. This man's a different breed, bro. And then we got Waleed Sorks and Ace Musa. So we haven't seen Waleed or Dean fight, so still fight. Waleed struggled in the beginning against the movement and like combinations and power of Dean the Great, and we haven't really seen him beat good people. Let's keep it a stat. We see him beat some journeyman on some smaller events. He tied with Adam. He dominated Dean for a bit in the first fight, then he ended up getting dropped. Didn't know the rules and they called it off. The second fight, he got hardly beat for the first like maybe 3-4 rounds, and then he called up around like the end when Dean was hot. He beat up Ace, not Ace. He beat up APAP. APAP we never see fight. That's the only fight we see. It's him fighting Waleed and him fighting with Waleed with Dean on his team. So like we don't really know if Waleed has it in him to be being these like top competition champions in the amateurs and stuff like that. But Ace Musa hasn't fought since like last year when he was gonna fight Waleed. He's coming off of a fight which he still has some injuries from, so they called the fight off. But that was the last time he fought. Hasn't been able to fight since. Hasn't had the opportunity to. He was meant to fight Waleed right earlier this year, but it got canceled again. It wasn't announced, but we know it got delayed. I think Ace Musa has every tool he needs to probably beat Waleed Hill. I do think Waleed can beat top competition, but sometimes he falls short. He might not even take a lot of these people seriously, thinking that they can only build him towards the Dean rematch, but I don't know how true that is. A lot of these people are Dean's level, and he's gonna have to realize that in the first part of this fucking tourney, you have to fight Ace Musa, possibly Yeti, and then maybe a Joey Knight. All three of these people can give Dean a run for his money the same way Waleed did in those like the races of the fights. And I honestly think the only thing Ace really needs that I'm not sure of is chin. If he has a chin, he's been doing this since 13. He should have built the chin. He fought without head gowns. If he has a chin on him, he wins the fight. If Waleed hurts him, doesn't have to knock him off. He hurts him, makes him cautious, he wins the fight. But otherwise, I'm gonna have to go with Ace Musa on a decision or Waleed by stoppage. That's how it goes. And then we got a pro boxer signed by Misfits, bro. We got Amir on Hill, and Amir Cashman is like one of the top ranked boxers in the entire world in the amateurs for his weight class in the like heavyweight division. And he's gonna be signing here, staying here for a bit, building his name up, then maybe joining off somewhere else. But at the moment, we got Amir Cashman here to try to build a name for himself. It's gonna be crazy trying to see some like kind of amateur level fighters some people that never fought before then just see this dude come out looking like a Ennis Boots or something. I just found out about Ennis Boots, so I used that reference. We finna be watching this fight, the Thought Team. I might drop this on the Thought Team, honestly. Today, we got Sky Nicholson and Ennis Boots fighting. Y'all gotta go watch that on Sky Sports. I'm finna be watching that for so right now. It's July 9th, but I'm gonna upload this on the Thought Team just cause. But, mom's calling me. I'm over here trying to make videos like chill, bro. But, yeah, Ennis and Sky Nicholson finna be cool and all, but we gotta focus on this cow here and going off track. So when it comes over to FaZe Tempo versus Josh Brueckner, I find it interesting. They both had like knockout of the year competition last year in 2023, and it wasn't them getting knocked out. It was them getting knocked out by Slim, KSI, Salt Poppy, like these, but those are like top 5 fighters. Like you think of them as top 5 Misfits fighters if you don't got like Jake, Gibb, and like people like that. You think of those as like top 5, like Slim, Salt Poppy, KSI. So like them getting knocked out by them just shows that they're taking these hell fights, building experience, coming into these things as noobs and learning like pose and they tense fights and stuff like that. Josh Brueckner always, well, not, I wouldn't say always, but the fight that we seen when he did get dropped and had to face adversity was against Salt Poppy, and he stayed there. He was thinking about his life decisions, his kids on the way, and he was thinking like, should I be taking damage from Pillsbury Doughboy with Riz, or should I just like stay on the ground in doggy style or whatever the hell Bo did? And he chose the gay life. He stayed on the ground, kneeled down before another man, and it was sad to see, but at the same time built Salt Poppy to another level and made him the superstar that he is, fighting on smaller promotions, still putting off some good promotion, getting people to like be hyped for his fights. And then we got FaZe Tempo, who honestly takes way harder fights than a lot of these Misfits people. Think about it. He fought Kenny, and then he fights a Slim, which was unknown at the moment. He's like a mystery pop-top pack. And then he ends up fighting KSI. And then he ends up like fighting all these different OP people going in a tournament where he could possibly end up fighting freaking Le'Veon Bell, which is like one of the most dangerous people in Misfits at the moment. So I'm gonna have to give the edge to FaZe Tempo. I think he could get a knockout if he gives this man something to think about, what's still to live for. He might end up making him kneel before him as another man. And think about it, Josh Brueckner be fighting handsome ass people. He ends up fighting Chase Lamore, he ends up fighting Salt Poppy, then he ends up fighting FaZe Tempo, who is now a Poppy. He's fighting these handsome ass people to prove more than a boxing point. He's trying to prove something else is pointy. And honestly, bro, I like this cow more than the KSI cow. The KSI cow has a lot of mysteriousness around it. Like if KSI could fight 2 people and win, like who's this guy that Dean's fighting? Can he last with them? Pause. And like there's a lot of mysteries on that card. This card is more straightforward. It has people that we built relationships with since the last time we see KSI fight. Like bro, this is gonna be a good card. Most of these people have pro fights. Some of these people here are like amateur levels. We're gonna see the first phase of the tournament wrap up with Wally and Ace Musa. We're gonna see the second phase start with yet again Argentinian. We're gonna see possibly a new female fighter stay around. Maybe build some name around the females. We got our Pro Boss making his debut, about to smash records and stuff. And we got OJ taking another hard fight, low recognition if he wins. We're gonna see what happened. They're in Florida, bro. I can't afford the tickets. I'm broke. I got lumps in my mouth. Need to like do something. Need help. Misfits in Florida is gonna be hot, and that's no doubt. I'm finna try to do a KSI video for the 2v2, 2v1. I did a Pine video, fell asleep, deleted the whole video on accident. It was actually pretty accurate. We're gonna see how accurate this one is. A lot of the time, I be releasing these little like predictions me and my mom do, but you know, people could obviously say it's rigged. How can people say this is rigged? My predictions are right here. But drop a like, subscribe, hit the bell, comment below. Let me know what y'all think about the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. I still reminisce of the people who passed. Gotta remind myself not to dwell on the passing, but rather be glad for the people who are still living. If you're mad, it's better to forgive people, because the hatred don't go past living. It doesn't go past living. I'm so glad you still living. Have you ever felt like if you would've stopped pouring your soul out, that it wouldn't even fill half of a cup? I always felt like if it was a World Cup, you still wouldn't kick it with me. If it was an NBA, you still wouldn't ball with me. It has to have someone who will ball the eyes out with me. Yeah, I don't